Well, look over there. I'm recording and editing some stuff. Anyways, hello everyone. My name is Seeing Shadow /Ernest and welcome to Sunday, January 19, 2014. I'm pretty sure it's actually that day, and it is actually the actual day, not the next day morning, because I'm actually recording this for now because I have nothing to do until rendering is done. Anyways, today I recorded. Well, not really record. Well, yeah, I recorded some stuff. I recorded the finale to Mega Man 2, which, if I didn't do it today, I probably would forget to do it. So I recorded that, and I did the best run I think I've done in a very long time. Sorry. So I recorded that, and I had to do the rest of Space Channel 5, which was only 2 more episodes where I did, and I recorded that too, and that felt great. And then I started to realize, oh shit, I still have like that bonus video and well, not bonus video, that 800 subscriber special, and I accidentally forgot to edit out something in Jet Set Radio Part 3, which I already uploaded, but I still have the file, so I can just delete that upload and then edit the thing out and then re-upload it. So I'm feeling good. So I wanted to record more stuff, but I don't know. I just felt like recording, but I didn't know what to record. I was having one of those meltdowns or something. I just didn't know what the fuck to do. So during the time I was editing and rendering, and I was waiting for it to finish rendering, I was just watching some YouTube videos, and I've just been like, if a lot of people want to know where I get some of my video game knowledge or games that just look interesting, watch some of the people I watch, honestly. Watch Game Chasers, Retro Liberty, Gamester 81, The Game Quest, Happy Console Gamer, Pat the NES Punk, Gerard the Completionist, JonTron, Game Grumps, if you just want to know what they're playing, good example, but not for Danny really, but if you want to, whatever. Pro Jared, Peanut Butter Gamer, just so many. Youngtown, Nintendo Fan for the Win. All of Did You Know Gaming. There's just so many. I just want to say, go watch all their content, subscribe to their channels, like their videos, leave comments, and they're all really nice guys. Like, I got some more in my head. I could probably think of, like, Metal Jesus Rocks, OKG 420, Luigi Freakout, 1, 2, 3, I think, like that. I forgot the numbers. I forgot the numbers, of course. Arcade Impossible. Even though he does arcades, he talks about some of the games that's from arcades that was ported to like NES or something like that. Just a lot of good people. Nightwing 01. Just God, there's so many. God, so many. Just those are some of the people I know from my video game collection on what games are good or bad, or just depending on if it's for you or not. But there's so many. Anyways, this is Valerie at the door. I don't want to answer the door. But I recommend trying all their channels out just to see what you like, and trust me, you will like some things or dislike some things. And of course, let's not forget the most famous one of all, the Angry Video Game Nerd. Valerie's wants to open my door. I'm not going to let her open my door. Only if my mom does, which I don't want her to. Anyways, what I wanted to talk today, I watched another episode of D Green Man, which, once again, I'm not feeling the anime all that much, but it got a little bit more interesting because it explained more about him being an exorcist and how at the school and just general. I mean, if I want to think Halloween, I'd rather just watch Soul Eater again. Or yeah, but I don't know. So it's something that's kind of iffy for me right now still, but I'll see if I still like it. Now, there's actually some movies I watched today, which was very interesting. I watched The Breakfast Club. Well, that's the second movie. That's the second movie I watched today. I didn't mean to watch movies today. I just felt like doing almost nothing. I didn't feel like playing games until like the last moment of like wanting to record. I watched Empire State, which is very interesting. I thought it was just going to start The Rock and just do some epic like things, like explosions, something like that. No, it was an actual true story about some heist and some like people that steal things, and this kid that wanted to be a police officer and all this stuff. A very interesting story. Very interesting thing, and I actually highly recommend you guys go watch Empire State. It's on Netflix as of right now. It's very interesting. I think it's about 2 hours long, but for what it is, I just really thought it was interesting. The next movie is that it was a movie I somewhat knew about, but I didn't give a chance until now. Well, not now. Like a couple months ago, I put it in my InstaQ and watched it until today. I'll tell you about the backstory of it. The backstory of it for me. The backstory of it of The Breakfast Club. The movie. It's a movie called The Breakfast Club. And it stars Molly Ringwald and the guy from Mighty Ducks, like the main coach guy. Him, the one also from the Out Boys, something like that. I forgot the movie too. That guy, he was in the movie. So I saw the movie The Breakfast Club. It's a movie that's about 5 teenagers. I was going to say something Power Rangers related. 5 teenagers with attitude just go to detention and whatever. Anyway, 5 teenagers get in trouble. They go to detention and they learn that even though they're different groups, communities or whatever you want to say. I forgot the word. In high school, like you have different groups and friends and stuff like that. Like jocks, cheerleaders, nerds, outcasts, all that stuff. They talk about each other, their lives, all that stuff. It's a really interesting movie. It's somewhat funny. It's in it as comedy, but I mostly saw it as a very good comedy, kind of not too funny, interesting movie. The only reason I knew about this movie is because my friend Justin here at the time, maybe back in 2009, on maybe 10, I'm not sure. No. 2008 or 9, not 10. 2008 or 9, he was watching this movie in school on his iPod, and I didn't know what he was watching at all. I asked him, "Hey, Justin, what you doing?" Like, I was probably doing like some homework or work or something like that, and Justin told me he's watching The Breakfast Club, and I didn't know what that is. At the time, I was only into the most newest things. I didn't care for anything really old other than like video games and some movies I already knew about, and shows, of course, but I didn't know anything about like a lot of movies back then. But shows, I'm more out there now, same with board games and movies. I'm trying to get into knowing all of the good ones nowadays. I'm still trying to maybe want to watch Dirty Harry or something like that. I don't know. But he told me The Breakfast Club is a really good movie. It has some funny moments. And I remember one scene, because he had to show me it, is that, what's his name? Bender, not from Futurama. Bender, like the guy that thinks he has no future kind of guy. Bender, fucking God, I just lost my mind. Okay, Bender, he was hiding from Mr. something, Mr. something. I was calling him Anderson from Matrix. Can't think of a single thing right now. Mr. Anderson. He was hiding from him, and he was under this desk, and he was like right between the legs of Molly Ringwald. And well, in the movie, she's called Claire. At first, I thought her name was Cherry because he kept calling her Cherry at a point, but her name's Claire. So he was hiding under the desk right next to Claire, or between her legs almost, and he had the idea to put his head, exactly between the legs. I laughed at that part, but there was some other parts I kind of laughed at. So it's a good comedy, but not too funny. I thought it was an interesting point of view of high school, which it's things you see nowadays in almost every single kind of movie like that. But I think it's special because it shows you a specific way on how back then was. I can't really think of that many movies other than like the Western Story? I don't know, the West Side Story. I've seen that movie too. Back in like junior high though, like 9th grade or something. And I just thought it was an interesting movie. I liked it. I just feel kind of bad. I never really watched it until now. I feel the same way I did when I finished watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off like last year back in, I think, October or September. I remember watching it and I really enjoyed it, and it's like a great 80's movie. And that kind of movie always reminds me of wanting to go back to the 80s, even though I wasn't born then. I was born in 1993. I want to go to the 80s to see how life was. I mean, I keep knowing just by YouTubers, by people in real life, by just interesting facts and things. I mean, my dad told me back in the 80s, you can give, like, not technically, but you can just lend your, like, some stranger your car or something. Like, hey, you can have it for like I don't know, 500, you're cool. Nowadays, it's impossible to hear that. Like, honestly. I just feel like I really want to discover how the 80s was. Like other than just documentaries, top 10s, just hearing about it, talking about it in stories, or just flashbacks of just people's memories, or just movie-based, or video game-wise, or just anything. Or TVs, or just pop culture, see how it was at too. I knew all that stuff because of nowadays with technology. Now how I know what it is, but I really want to know how it is to be living in the 80s. Because I know rock was like the highest point impossible, the best songs around that time. Rock, I know all the best movies were around that time, honestly. Maybe except for Star Wars, but Star Wars was in the very, very late 70s, which jumped into the 80s, which I will still count the 80s. So, the 80s had everything from Back to the Future to Indiana Jones to Star Wars to a lot of the cheesy Godzilla movies to just all the best kind of things. And then when it jumped into the 90s, pop was rising a lot more and more and more, and in hip hop as well. Rock was still basically the same until 2000s. And more things which just got better during the 90s, which I grew up with, thank God. Like, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, movies like Space Jam, and just video games wells, like, 64, Super Nintendo, all that great stuff. It just came from during that time. If I was born in the, 78 or something, I probably would be super happy, because I would experience everything from Nintendo, Super Nintendo, 64, to all the way to now. I'll probably be like 30 something, but it'd be a very interesting way to see how everything turned out the way it is now, because of all pop culture, music, and all this stuff. It just makes me think like that, and just it's really, really a sad day when you can't go back in time and just do something like that. Not even for like saving someone's life or changing something that you did wrong, but just for the experience to see how it was. But alas, I don't even think ever in my lifetime I could ever go to the 80s, because I don't think there would be a possibility to even go back in time at all in our lifetime. I really doubt it. So many good things, man. Mega Man, Superman, Batman movies, God, everything. Spider-Man animated series. So much. All the Disney movies, God, fuck, so much. Anyways, today I just felt like going back to 1980s. That's really honestly it. So I saw The Breakfast Club. I saw Empire State. I wanted to watch Good Burger, for fact. I wanted to watch it, but I decided I wanted to record. So I wanted to record and play some games. Today I wanted to play The Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds, but I just didn't get motivated to do it because I wanted to watch some shows and or movies. Also, I was cleaning somewhat in the morning. I watched like 2 episodes of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood because I really enjoyed that anime. I already said I saw D. Gray Man. I saw a little bit of episodes of like Jessie, Barbie, Digimon, and whatever else my baby niece watches in the living room, and just YouTube videos in general. So I don't know what to say, honestly. Oh, and I was playing Metal Slug Anthology again, just so I can talk over what I'm talking about in like Wii Sports Club for the 800 subscriber special, just so I don't get bored. But just in case if I wasn't, so I want to go back to the 80s, even though I've never been there. So I'm going back to 80s. Okay, that's stupid. Okay, but I really wish I knew how it was, because I mean, if I talk to my mom, she'll probably tell me something like, "Oh, this is how it was here and that," but I know it's mostly experiencing other than hearing that's most important. So, anyways, that's really it for today. I just wanted to take that off my mind because I really want to know how it was. I mean, I know a lot of pop culture, maybe not music wise out of every single song, but like memes and hearing it thousands and thousands of times. Like, what is love? And just the Journey song, like the main one, I just can't remember right now. And like Kiss and just Ozzy Osbourne, just so many things. But just saying. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow to see how Monday comes out. And I wanted to go to the Swap Meet today, but I know I had no money. Of course. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you guys tomorrow, and have a nice day. Take care.